What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Sideline Study Podcast. And I just realized my microphone wasn't plugged in. So we're live doing that. Hey, welcome to the Sideline Study, everybody. If it's your first time here, make sure you push that subscribe button right now. And let me just fix my microphone so I sound better. But in the meantime, let's go to my co-host. Over there is Goonie20. How you doing, Goonie?
I'm itchy as hell right now because of the end of my pregnancy, but I'm doing okay.
Oh, well, it's great. It's great to have you here because we've got to talk a little bit about your Ravens this week. And we've got Mr. Bobbit over there as well. Bobbit, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right. I realized tonight that I can actually run.
Why did you just realize that?
Oh, I just bolted out of my room for no particular reason.
Okay.
Earlier show.
I totally understand where he's going with. If you guys want to know where he's going with, go check out the Colbone show. He was just live before we just came on the air here. So
it was because I lost my shit why Bobbit left the room.
Hey, there he is. Show. JP Baker, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm not good.
He needs a beer, in other words.
I wonder how you're gonna feel when my Seahawks beat your Packers this week on Thursday Night Football.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
No, I was just kidding. I highly doubt they're going to win this week. I'm just kidding. No, I'm actually really excited to see because we got lots of games to talk about. We've got to talk about Bobbit's Carolina Panthers game. We've got to talk about the Packers. They're who they get. They had an easy match this week against Miami. Didn't they?
Who did? Well, I mean, Miami didn't play bad. They at the beginning of the game, they were able to move the ball. I was getting frustrated with the defense. But as the game started wearing on, they started playing better. The defense did, and
it's like they actually got a chance to limber up.
Yeah, they actually looked really not. They didn't have a complete game, but they had a get right game, if I could say so. Aaron Rodgers had only 199 yards, but he was 22 out of 29 or something like that. They didn't throw downfield a lot, but they ran the ball really fucking good. I was really impressed with the way they ran the ball.
Yeah, they have Kenyon Drake in the backfield, don't they?
I was actually talking about the Packers, but
oh, sorry, no,
that's right. But the Dolphins were able to move the ball in between the 20s. They just couldn't finish drives.
That's always been the Dolphins' problem, though. It's just they've always struggled with that. They can't. They're always 3 and out sometimes. They can't play sometimes. So that's always been Miami's problem. But here's another problem we got to go to is Bob's Carolina Panthers.
Yeah,
Bobbit. Hey, what happened?
Well, apparently we became the New York Jets.
Nice. Very nice. Vito's probably laughing his ass off at me, too. So,
Bobbit.
Yeah.
Your dad was right.
It'll be a cold day in hell before I ever say that.
But yeah, if you know what we're talking about, a couple of weeks ago, I didn't go off on Bobbit, but I went off on. He was mad because I didn't pick the Panthers, and he was like, "Well, this, that, and the other thing." And my issue, again, I say this every week, and Bobbit knows my issues with the Panthers is not that I don't like them. I don't like them, but. It's the fact that they cannot finish teams off. They just at times seem, and Cam Newton is lazy. He seems lazy and complacent. Like he doesn't need to try hard, if that makes sense. I've noticed that, like the game that they lost the week before they won the week 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. He's against the Redskins. He was just throwing balls away, throwing them away like he didn't freaking care. It was bad.
Overly arrogant.
And he looked the same as he did against Pittsburgh. Just throwing balls away nonchalantly like he didn't care.
There's two things I want to mention. What's going on, in my opinion, with Carolina? One, Christian McCaffrey, I think, is saving the team right now. I think he's a very young talent. He's helping save the team right now. He's doing very well, I think, for the Carolina Panthers. Now, the problem I think right now is the secondary. When you score that many points against the secondary, that is unacceptable as a defender.
And I knew that was going to be an issue for them this year, and they went offense this year, I think. But didn't they have a decent defense last year, Bobbit? Their secondary was decent last year, was it not?
We haven't had a good secondary since we got rid of Josh Norman.
Okay. That was definitely a big loss for you guys. Josh Norman was definitely a key piece for them at the time. They haven't found a top interceptor yet for that secondary. I think that's what's going on right now with Carolina.
Like, didn't they get rid of one of their defensive linemen? No, that was Jaguars. Excuse me.
Yeah, the Jaguars. They got rid of Dante Fowler.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I was just asking. I was asking.
Oh, I was wondering if you were still continuing on with your conversation about.
No, we're good. I just wanted to make my opinion noted on the Panthers. I don't hate the Panthers, and the issue that I have with them again is laziness and complacency. I have that issue with Green Bay too. Mm-hmm. I have that issue with Wisconsin and college football.
Ravens have that issue sometimes too.
All teams have that issue, but if you probably the most complete team in the NFL is still, in my opinion, the Los Angeles Rams. Yes, they've been giving up yards, but they are missing some key players. And I know injuries happen. Everybody goes through them. Fuck, Green Bay won a fucking Super Bowl with backups. I get it. But it also has to do a little bit to do with coaching and accepting the fact that some of these guys aren't coming back. Mm-hmm. I like the Saints, Brian Sheridan. I think they're going to be in the NFC Championship, but I don't think they have the defense to beat the Rams. I really don't. The Saints are going to lose more games as we go. I don't know if the Rams are going to lose again.
One second, I want to give a couple of shout-outs to a lot of people in the chat right now because there are some new people that haven't been here before that I just want to give some shout-outs to. One of my fellow Patreon fan, Mellow Yellow, I want to give a shout-out to him. And Brian Sheridan, if you guys don't know him, he's been a longtime fan of me ever since my Periscope days. He's also my website designer. So I want to welcome those guys for being in here, and as well as everybody else in the chat I see here. I see David Wells, Daniel Weiland. I see Cody. I see Trek. I see Alpha. I see Ronnie. Anybody else I missed? Just go ahead and type away so I give you a shout out. Ace was in here earlier. So just a quick shout out to everybody in here in the chat room as well tonight. Bobbit, I just want to go back to you about your Carolina Panthers because you are the fan. What do you guys need to do?
Honestly, Cam needs to start playing better, honestly. There's a lot of...
No, go ahead, Bob. Finish. I was just going to add a caveat onto that. But go ahead.
Like JP said, we're suffering from lazy and complacency. Just because the Falcons and the Bucks aren't that good doesn't mean that we're locked in playoffs. That's what I'm thinking they're thinking is, we're the number 2 team in the NFC South right now, so, we can play half-ass and still make playoffs. And they need to stop thinking that way, and they need to start playing better. Because if not, I have a second team in Green Bay. I can always root for Green Bay in the playoffs. I don't have to root for the Panthers anymore.
Right. It all starts with leadership. And Cam Newton is a leader on that team. If Cam Newton steps up and acts like a fucking leader instead of acting like a whiny little bitch like he does all the fucking time, Panthers will be a better team. They went 15-1 for a reason. Not everything goes good. Just because it's not going good for you, Carolina fans and such and whoever, it will get better, but you need leaders. And right now, Cam Newton is not that guy. Because all Cam Newton cares about is his fucking self. I don't care what anybody says. I can see it.
They better start looking for a young kid to start building for the future. That's for sure.
The thing is Cam Newton is that kid, but he just doesn't want to accept the responsibility of being a leader.
I think right now would be a good time to trade him off, though, because I don't know how many years he has left on his contract.
Didn't they just re-sign him?
Did Bobbit? Did they recently re-sign him?
They re-signed him last year, I think, to a 3-year deal.
So they'd take a big cap hit if they got rid of him now, because he's
paid him like stupid money.
He's the highest paid player on the team, I think.
Yeah, so that means you got a few years to start looking for a new kid. So and then on this last year, trade him off, get some value out of him, and then build towards the future. That's how you build a team, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, if the guy doesn't work out and the guy hasn't produced. You guys already went to the Super Bowl, and it seems like the numbers are still dipping. And now it's going to a rebuild stage, just like Oakland did. You have to get rid of them while you have value.
But I think Cam Newton's a little bit of a different. I will say this: I think Cam Newton is, and Brian's right. The coaches need to step in.
Mm-hmm.
They need to go to Cam Newton and say, "Look, ass face, either step up, or we're going to find somebody else that wants to fucking do it."
Mm-hmm. Discipline.
That makes total sense for the coaches to step in. Exactly, Brian. The Super Bowl game, that wasn't Carolina's loss. That was Cam Newton's loss because from the beginning of that game, that very first sack that he took, he was done. He didn't even want to fucking be there. He just looked like he didn't want to be there. So, but yes, coaches have to step in and say, Cam, either you take the fucking reins of this team or we're going to find somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But the Cam Newton's talented enough and good enough to take the reins and run with it. He just won't do it because he's all about his fucking self. He's got his money. He don't care.
In that occasion, would the head coach, Ron Rivera, be most responsible for that, or would it be the offensive coordinator?
No, that's a head coach's responsibility. That's
so Ron Rivera's always been like that chill coach.
Yeah, the coordinator is just there to design the plays. In my opinion, is there to design the plays and set up the game plan for the offense. The head coach is supposed to manage the whole team. Mm-hmm. So he's like the manager, like a baseball manager. I'm going to pull this guy out and bring this guy in. This, that, and the other thing. So, yeah.
So Carolina's not too far out. They're still in a playoff contention. We'll talk about some of the teams. We'll look at the playoff picture right now on the sideline. Well, not now. We'll get into some other games because we got to go to Goonie as well and the Packers as well. We got to talk about those teams a little bit. But yeah, I think we've talked a lot about Carolina. So.
Well, I just want people to understand where I'm coming from because I do shit on Carolina a lot, and it's some of the times it's me picking on Bobbit, but I'm being literal about this. And I'm saying this to all Carolina fans, again, I'm not shitting on your team. I'm telling you what I see that they need to do.
That whole division is kind of weak this year, though. You get the Falcons. The Falcons are looking not like a contender-worthy playoff team might be.
Right. They have the Saints, but again, the Saints defense is going to hurt them. Mm-hmm. It's going to hurt them somewhere down the line.
We'll find out in December games how the Saints do. I don't know how many outdoor games. We'll look at some of those games coming up soon. But I think we've gotten enough out of Carolina, so we'll move on to Goonie with her Baltimore Ravens. What did you see out of your Ravens this week?
Well, they had a bye week this week.
There you go. There you go. I did my job. you had an easy week. But did you see anything in a practice camp or anything?
No, I did not. Our apparently last time JP came in the house, he didn't close the door all the way.
Well,
So that's scary.
injury doing? That's the main thing you gotta look out for.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Joe Flacco's hip injury, is he okay now? Because that was the key thing for him. And
From what I have seen, there has been no news of him not playing, so he's good to go. I think so.
Okay, yeah, because I know that last I've heard is Joe Flacco was dealing with a hip injury. I don't know if he's fully recovered from that yet. I haven't seen any news on him yet. So I guess so. But like, what other games did you guys enjoy this week? There was a couple of games. The Seahawks and Rams. That was an exciting game.
It was actually. I mean, it definitely was not what we were expecting out of that, considering Rams have been undefeated.
Well, I mean, they played against each other at the earlier in the season, right? They had a similar game in Seattle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, two hard-fought football games with those two this year. It was a great.
Yeah, did we watch it? No, we didn't watch that game. We were Packers. Dolphins was on at the same time, so it was on the same channel. So.
I was lucky enough I got to see that football game where it was a close football game. Russell Wilson, unfortunately, on the last play overthrew Tyler Lockett. So it was just a miscommunication on Russell Wilson's part. What about the fucking Bengals being blown out? That was fucking shocking.
Who did they play?
The Saints. They scored 51 points against the Bengals. I did not think
the Bengals. I thought the Bengals were going to be good this year. Boy, was I wrong on that one.
Yeah,
I don't think the Bengals are very good.
Just that defense, I thought was going to put up a better game, and fuck no, 51 points.
I think we all thought that, and then all of a sudden the Saints just like came out on all cylinders. Just like, oh,
look. I'll say this about the Saints. They have a very potent offense. Very potent offense.
They just actually signed, because of the Des Bryant thing, Brandon Marshall is now with them.
I don't know why they feel they need weapons. It's like they don't need them. They're putting up 50 points a game with what they have. Why do you need to pay somebody? The Saints, if anything, the Saints should be going out and getting defense.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't be spending money on fucking wide receivers.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about this whole time is the defense, and they go get another wide receiver.
I mean, like I said, I'll give the Saints credit. They can score points, but again, their defense is this going to kill them. I'm telling you. The Saints cannot play outside of the Superdome. The teams that they have beaten, they should have beaten. They're going to lose. If they're outside of a dome or in cold weather, they're going to get beat. They're going to get beat.
What about you guys? Bobbit, what games did you watch on Sunday?
I watched a lot of them because apparently we had a free weekend of Sunday tickets, so...
Nice.
Right. Yeah, so I watched the Falcons-Browns game. That was quite an interesting game for what it was.
I was very shocked by the. Okay, I have to give a shout out to Vito because this.
I was just gonna say, Cooper, you avoiding the inevitable here.
this motherfucker, Vito comes in my Periscope on Sunday, and he goes and calls me out and says, "Bills are gonna beat the Jets," and then I'm like, hell no, and then I got that wrong, and then he said, "I'm even calling it." The Browns are going to beat the Falcons. I was like, oh my god, if that happens, that's going to be amazing. And he got them both right. That motherfucker. I had to give a shout out to Vito for that.
The Bills destroyed your Jets. They didn't just beat the Jets; they destroyed them by a full 31 points.
Can I ask a question? I was asking a question. There were a lot of turnovers by the Jets in this game. Did they turn the ball over a lot? Were the Bills playing on a short field? Because if that's the case, then that's why.
I don't know what happened to the Jets. I could just Todd Bowles not getting fired until the end of the season. We'll put it that way.
Oh, and by the way, Coop.
Yo, what's up?
I'm never choosing your fucking Jets ever again.
Yes, Coop. I'm done picking the fucking Jets.
Yeah.
Now watch. It's a game where they should win, and I'll pick them.
No, actually, I think they're going up against a tough team this week.
The veto curse took effect. I'm against them this week in fantasy, so I'm coming for them this week.
Oh, that's gonna be fun for you.
This is rivalry week. Me and Vito are like sworn rivals right now. And yeah, so Bobbit, go ahead. What other games did you watch this week, bud?
Well, of course I watched the Packers-Dolphins game because go Packers. That was a damn good game. Do what, Coop?
What'd you think of that game?
It was a damn good game. There at the first, I got a little worried, but
no, even better.
As the game progressed, Packers just got better and better and better.
Is there a certain player that really stuck out to you?
Who was that one kid that made that huge play, JP?
What's that?
Who was the kid on the Packers offense that made that huge play?
Oh,
which one?
The new kid.
The rookie?
Oh, yeah, you have a new wide receiver that stepped in.
Marcus Valdez-Scantling? That kid's really good. He's 6'4", 215.
Holy shit.
And he has fucking hands. Like he has some fucking hands. Like he was catching balls that were like fingertip. It was the kid's got amazing hands. As long as he can progress, I think they're going to be good. I think they're going to be okay. The thing with Green Bay is the positive thing is they were able to run the ball. 15 Aaron Jones had 15 carries for 145 yards. Boy, did he put that fumble he had against the Patriots behind him.
Oh, yes.
He ran angry all day. And that's what I like to see. Now, again, Green Bay isn't one of those teams that's going to run the ball 32 times for 250 yards. That's not their mantra. They're going to throw the ball. But if they can run the ball like that, I think they're a team to fucking reckon with because their defense is starting to play well. It's been playing well.
Shrek, what did we tell you about trying to be funny?
I have no idea.
To answer your question, TSS, I have heard the rumors. I feel if the Ravens let him go, they're going to be making a mistake. He's probably one of the better coaches out in the league right now, and they need him.
Well, it could be he's losing the locker room too. He might want to move on to something new. I've heard rumors that Green Bay might be splitting ways with Mike McCarthy.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's a mutual thing again. I think he's losing the locker room. I wouldn't say that he's losing the locker room, but I think he's just they figured him out. Coaches have figured him out in his scheme. Mm-hmm. Now, that being said, so help me God, if they fucking hire Joe Philbin as a head coach, I'm going to fucking go up to Green Bay and I'm going to throat punch Mark Murphy. Because that guy is a good offensive coordinator. That's all he ever needs to be. He does not need to be a head coach. Ever. Ever.
Neither does Marty Morningwig. So
no.
He's another one that I want to fucking strangle.
But he's a good offensive coordinator. He's a good offensive coordinator. I will give him that. Now, John Harbaugh calls his own plays. So during the game, Mike McCarthy calls his own plays. John Harbaugh calls his plays. So if you want to blame somebody, blame John Harbaugh. Don't blame Marty Morningwig. He's just the offensive coordinator. Just throwing that out there.
I've always hated Marty, though.
I agree with you. I think he's a dipshit, but he's a good offensive coordinator.
He's been a pain in the ass for a long time. That's all. Marty Morningwig's been a pain in the ass. What other games did you watch this week?
All the same games that he watched. There's been probably a couple more on my phone, but there's really what really surprised me, as it was mentioned already here. Let me go back to week 10 on the app. The games here. Browns against the Falcons, 28-16. I saw that and was just like, what the fuck happened?
Oh, what did I say about the Browns, though?
You said last week, I wish we had the replay. We're all laughing here. We all fucking laughed here. And JP just goes, I don't know why you're all laughing.
What did I say? I'm telling you, everybody can shit on the fucking Browns all they want, and no pun intended, but I'm telling you, this team is getting better. They're getting better. I still don't think Baker Mayfield is the answer.
No.
He's serviceable. I will give him that, but I don't think he's worth the number one pick, in my opinion.
And then, of course, the other surprise game of the week was fucking Giants and 49ers. Giants 27-23. I mean,
but
Giants have been shit the whole fucking season.
Well, so is San Francisco. Yeah, that one could have gone either way. I was looking here with that one because, I mean, it is the 49ers.
Yeah. And then Cowboys against the Eagles. Cowboys won that by a touchdown at the very end.
That one shocked me because Dallas, because I have a friend of mine that I work with. He is a Dallas Cowboy fan, and he called it. I'm like, I just didn't think that they had the talent.
It was just sorry, go ahead.
No, the thing with Dallas, if you watch that game, what did they do? What did they do in that game? They ran the ball.
Ezekiel Elliott had a nice game.
And Dak Prescott, play action rollout all fucking day. What happened? Dallas wins. Very next week, I guarantee it, Dallas is going to play drop back pass, throw downfield, and they aren't going to do shit. Watch.
We can definitely say that the Eagles are not contender worthy right now. I don't know what the fuck has happened to the Eagles, but
I think they were talking about that during the game. I think it's a hangover from winning the Super Bowl.
I think they've got back to the form that they were before they were the better team. Because the year before they were pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Putting it lightly.
I'm just saying that the year before they didn't win too many games, and then the next year they fucking came out and won the Super Bowl, and now they're back to where they were again. That's all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The other surprising game to me was Colts Jaguars, with Colts winning 29-26.
Yeah, Sarah's probably like so happy right now.
She's probably over there like, eat it. It's all in your face now.
Well, I'm gonna say this. The Jaguars cashed it in.
That they did.
Yeah. No.
They're cashing it in.
Mm. They're done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Blake Bortles still had 26. He was 26 out of 38 for 320 yards. Leonard Fournette only had, and this is big, 24 carries for 53 yards. Usually when Leonard Fournette gets 24 carries, he's usually got like 150, 160 fucking yards.
Yeah, that's huge. Wow. That means that the Colts just really shut down the defense. Shut down the offense. And but we got to talk about this, that the Jags were coming back at the end at the fourth quarter.
They were. Yes.
They were coming back. So that defense okay. JB has called us out to talk about the Colts if they're a playoff team on our podcast.
What's their record?
I think it's like, what, 4-4 or something like that?
4-5. Where are they at in the standings?
Let's see.
In the playoff picture, they are, I think, sitting like 7th or 8th right now.
They're second to last in the AFC South.
Okay, so whoa. Go down. Scroll. Okay. Whoa. Okay.
You want me to go conference?
Okay.
So the Colts right now are sitting at the 10th seed for a playoff spot.
They're sitting at like 7 or 8.
They're in 10th.
They're in 10th? Okay, so and out of 16 teams?
Yeah, so right now the Ravens are ahead of them, sitting in 9th, followed up by the Dolphins and Titans.
I don't think they're going to get past the Titans.
Here's the upcoming games here for the Colts. They have they have 2 games against the Titans. Those are very key games.
They might win one of those.
And they have an upcoming game against the Jaguars and Texans.
Where's the game against Jacksonville?
It's in Jacksonville. And the other game is also in Houston. So that's 2 road games.
They ain't beating Houston.
Yeah.
They aren't beating Houston. I honestly think they're gonna finish 8-8, and I think they're gonna finish out just outside. Now next year, if they can get a running game and be consistent with it, I think they could very easily be a playoff contender. I think they have a young defense, I think, too.
I believe so.
Because they went out and drafted a bunch of people. So give them a couple of years. Give them a couple of years. Develop. I mean, they got Andrew Luck. He's not going anywhere for a little bit. He'll be all right. Just need a running game, and you don't. Problem with the Colts is you can't throw again, and I say this with the Colts every time to Sarah. She always says, "Well, my Colts played well. They gave it everything they had." But when you throw the ball 60 times, almost 60 times a game, that's not good. That's not good.
I think he cut it down to like 28 attempts in this game or something like that.
Yeah, he was 21 out of 29 for 285 yards. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That I have not got a problem with. They ran the ball 15, 16 times. So 60, 40, 55, 65, 35, 60, 30, 60, whatever. That's a good mix. It's not,
Marlon Mack is starting to look like the promising one that they need right now.
They used clock, it looks like, because the Jaguars didn't have the ball that much more than they did. Well, they might have, and that's another issue that they got to shore up, getting off the field on third down. That could be another issue. I don't know what they were for third downs, but Blake Bortles with fucking 26 out of 38 for 320 yards. And everybody, I'm going to say this, it's fucking Blake Bortles. That's not good.
No.
And they ran the ball 24 times for 53 yards. So if you go look at the team stats, Jacksonville outgained Indianapolis.
And outpassed.
They outgained Indianapolis. The only thing that Indianapolis did not outdo Jacksonville in was running the ball. Or no, they even outdid them in running the ball. Never mind. Time of possession. Jacksonville had the ball for 35 minutes and 10 seconds to the Indianapolis Colts 24 minutes and 50 seconds. So getting off the field on third down, 52%. When you go 52% during a game on third down conversions, even though Indianapolis had 54%, that's not good if you're at over 50% in third downs, if you're a defense.
And figure all that out through the NFL app out there for you guys. Free if you want to download it.
This phone is so new. I don't even have I swear to God, I don't even know my phone number yet. That's how bad it is. Right. That's how much I use the cell phone. That's how popular I am. Hey, so Bobbit, did you watch any other games before we get into some college talk?
That's pretty much it for me.
Then there you guys go. I'll let you guys take over and talk some college football while I go in the chat room here.
Well, there's really not much. Alabama did their usual.
Squash LSU.
No. Who'd they play? Mississippi State. They beat Mississippi State. I know everybody thinks that LSU is good, but I really don't think the SEC is all that good.
No.
I think the SEC is okay. I think the toughest conference right now is the ACC.
Yeah, for sure.
Mark your calendars. Clemson is beating Alabama in the national championship game. And it's not even going to be fucking close.
Mm-hmm.
If you have not seen Clemson play, please watch them. They are so good. They make Alabama is shutting people out, but it's the SEC. I honestly don't think the SEC is really all that good. The Big Ten, they're down. I mean, Michigan's legit. Ohio State sucks. Wisconsin sucks. Penn State beat Wisconsin. They suck. Nebraska sucks. Northwestern won the Big Ten West this year. Northwestern is a school where hoity-toities go. It's a school where it's a drama school. It's Northwestern. It's a small, dinky little school in fucking Chicago. They won the Big Ten West.
That's a good question from Aaron in the chat there.
Alpha has a question for you in the chat.
Okay, curious question. If you had to suggest anybody to root for besides LSU, who would you go to? If you want Alabama to lose, root for Clemson. I'm telling you right now, they are legit. Their defense is good God. I can't wait for that game because that's two of the best defenses in the country going head to head. That's the game I want to see. Even though I don't want to fucking see Alabama in a fucking national championship game again, they still have to play Georgia because I think Georgia could be that team that can beat Alabama too. If that's another team that I think could beat Alabama. I'm going to root for Georgia. If you're wanting me to stay in SEC, I'm going to go Georgia. Fuck Florida. Fucking Steve Spurrier can suck my dick.
Right?
Fucking cocksucker.
Now, Clemson is like the Tiger Cats, right?
Say it again?
Is Clemson the Tigers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. And their uniforms are pretty cool. They're orange and purple.
Are they yellow?
No, they're purple and orange. That's LSU.
Oh, okay.
That's
LSU. Clemson is orange and white.
And purple. Bobbit. They have purple in their uniforms. They're purple. Trust me. I know. They wore purple uniforms before. I don't know why I'm sitting here explaining it to you.
I know.
As long as they're not yellow, because whoever yellow jerseys, I didn't like those.
The top four. I'm just going on. I'm probably going to do this backwards, but I think number 4 is Michigan. Number 3 is Notre Dame. Number 2 is Clemson, and then number 1 is Alabama this week. I didn't get a chance to watch the top 25 reveal. I don't even know why they do a top 25 for that because nobody gives a shit about the other 21 teams. No, I really don't. They might give a shit about the first 2 out, but that's about it.
Brian's question.
Well, Syracuse was one of the teams that I asked about earlier in the season. I saw it pop up in the chat here.
Hey, Bobbit, I see him. I got chat up myself as well. Bobbit, here's a question, and we'll both talk. Everybody can talk about this if you know. I don't know if you know college football, but is Syracuse almost upset Clemson, which they did. Is Syracuse becoming a legit team?
Yes.
I honestly think yes. I think they are.
I think they are too.
I think that I like the coach that they have. I like his attitude. I remember, and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I remember when Syracuse was always in the top 5 every year. They were good. And then after what's his name? I can't remember his name. He was there forever. After he left, Syracuse went down. Now they got this guy in there. Oh yeah, I think Syracuse is legit.
I'm gonna make this prediction now. Once the Bama dynasty ends, I think it's gonna be Syracuse Clemson for the ACC title every year.
I think they're in the same division.
No, yes, for the ACC championship. Don't be surprised if Syracuse doesn't go to the national championship and win it one year.
No, don't go that. Don't, because they'd have to beat Clemson. Clemson, they're in the same. I think they're in the same division. I think. No, I'm talking about the coach, not McNabb. McNabb sucked my dick too.
Is that who the player used to play for? Or
McNabb was the quarterback there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what he's talking about.
Rick H. Don't be surprised if Michigan beats Ohio State this year. Ohio State's not very good. Michigan is freaking legit. Michigan damn near beat Ohio State last year. In fact, they should have beat Ohio State last year. Is UCF very legit? Maybe.
They're one of those teams that has a schedule that's not really that hard.
Pitt beat Syracuse in New York. The following week, UCF beat Pitt. Well, now, if Syracuse was to play UCF, I think Syracuse might beat UCF. And the way Pitt is playing right now, I think that they could beat UCF. It just depends. Teams get better. Things change. You look at there was a 1 year. There was I can't remember who it was. A team beat. They ended up playing in the national championship game, and they ended up at the regular season. They ended up beating them, destroying them. And then they played them in the national championship game. I'm not talking about LSU and Alabama. I'm talking
about TCU.
No. National championship game, and the team got destroyed. That lost earlier in the year. So it depends on how well teams are playing and whether or not teams come together. I can't think of the name of the game. It might have been Alabama LSU, but that first game was close. And then Alabama came out and just literally destroyed LSU. I don't even think they had over 100 yards of total offense in that game. No, it wasn't. It was a national championship game. It wasn't Boise State, Oregon. But anyway, that's all I have pretty much for college football. It really wasn't that much. I had my grandson this weekend, so I didn't get to watch much college football. From what I've seen, I got to watch a Badger game, and then we caught little bits and pieces of other games. I flip through channels during college football, so I don't just sit down and watch one game all the time, except for when it's Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think I'm starting to become slightly a Syracuse Orange fan now. I haven't picked a team yet, but I do know that was one of the teams I liked while I was watching on TV here. That actually looked like they can be like a team that can compete a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So. Rick, I get what you're trying to do, but don't read too much into UCF. If you think UCF could beat Alabama, okay, keep thinking that. Because Alabama shut out like 5 teams this year, I think. I swear to God, they shut out LSU. They shut out Mississippi State this past week.
I think there's only one more team that they shut out.
Okay, so 3 shutouts, and then the other games they've only given up. I don't think they've given up any more than 20 points in a game this year. That's good.
That's fucking intense for college team, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's really fucking good.
Damn.
I hate Alabama for one reason and one reason only, because of Nick Saban. I cannot fucking stand Nick Saban. Nick Saban can go fucking goat. Just like Urban Meyer can go suck Nick Saban's dick while he's being fucked by a goat.
Right?
I don't know who they are, but that's scary.
Nick Saban's the head coach for Alabama, and Urban Meyer's the head coach for Ohio State.
Well, I'm just thinking of just like I don't know. I haven't seen them visually, so I don't know what it would look like. But I'm just thinking of like I don't know, two politicians for some reason.
Go look up. Go look up Urban Meyer and fucking Google, and you'll be like, holy fucking shit, that guy's a goofy looking bastard.
Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer.
How do I spell Meyer? Oh my god. Why is he reminds me of like Kurt Warner if he was handicapped. I don't know if that's.
Well, I know.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, I don't know. It's like it looks like he has Kurt Warner's face. I don't know.
You must be Rick H. You must be a UCF fan, because you really think Alabama can hang, or UCF can hang with Alabama 45-40. Good God, man! I want some of the fucking shit you've been smoking.
Cheers.
If you're smoking what Coop's smoking,
he's gonna be Canadian. Oh man. Well, hey. Well, do you have any other college thing that you want to mention?
There's really nothing new as far as college football. I'll probably do a little bit better as it starts getting closer, now that the top 25 rankings come out weekly, and it tells you who's in the playoff and who isn't. That's what that's all about. That's why I don't know why they give a shit about the other 20 teams in that fucking thing. You only care about the 4 teams that are ranked the 1 through 4, and then the first 2 out, which are 5 and 6. So there's really only 6 teams that anybody fucking cares about.
Okay, I'm looking at UCF's schedule. They beat Memphis by 1 point.
Yeah, I have watched the UCF game. In fact, I watched one this past weekend. They're okay, but their competition isn't that great.
There's no way UCF could hang with Bama if they had damn near lost to fucking Memphis.
Nor they almost lost to South Florida last year. In fact, weren't they behind against a team that they should have fucking destroyed a couple of weeks ago and had to come back and win? I'm not gonna justify that UCF is a top team. Sorry, I can't do it. If I was to do it, I don't think they could hang with any of the teams.
They almost lost to fucking Temple.
There's another game. Right? Come on, man. I get it. You're a fan. It's fine, but be realistic. I'm a Wisconsin fan. Holy shit. I know they're not going to be able to fucking hang with fucking Bama. I've seen it. Legit. They lost, 45-17 2 years ago. I've seen it.
I'm a Virginia Tech fan and a Wisconsin fan, and Tech almost beat Bama, but you know what? Bama still beat Tech.
Okay, Bobbit, if you say so.
Seriously, it was a couple years ago.
Virginia Tech did not hang with Alabama. They got their ass beat by Alabama.
How you doing, Jim?
Anyway, but that's all I have.
I have no idea because I barely watched college football. So, but I do know that the games I've watched this year, the games I've liked is the Colorado mascot getting shot in the nuts. That was great.
Right.
And the Syracuse Orange game for some reason stuck out to me. I don't know why. Just Syracuse looked like they were competing with a top team. So it looks like they're an upcoming team. That's all.
Right. Well, okay, Rick. I'm sorry, Coop. I'm 46 years old. I played and coached football here in Wisconsin. I have never coached college football. I've coached a little bit of high school. I've coached youth football. That doesn't mean that fucking UCF is going to be able to hang with Alabama just because you coached on all 4 levels and you're 53 years old and you played football. Come on, man. Be realistic for once. I'm not trying to be a dick here, but really? Anyway, moving on. Jesus Christ.
Sometimes you just got to know what a football mind is, right? And sometimes players on a team, you expect them to be good like my New York Jets players, and then they lose to the fucking Bills. So
That's what makes
I'm done arguing with this guy. Moving on.
That's what makes the sport so diverse, because you have coaches with different football mindsets.
I don't. First of all, I think I'd be a terrible coach. I'm more of a mascot more than a coach.
I don't. Okay, I'm not disrespecting UCF. Number one. Again, I'm not disrespecting UCF. I'm just being realistic. I don't think they can hang with Bama, Clemson, or any of the top teams in the country. I'm being realistic. And yes, they are ranked. I think they're ranked like 10th or 11th or something like that.
Yeah, they're 11th currently.
Oh,
What were they last week? They're one of the only unbeaten teams. Of what? It's them and Bama are the only undefeated team. No, and Clemson and Notre Dame, Alabama and UCF are the only undefeated teams. And they keep only climbing one position because they don't have any competition. Syracuse is becoming legit. I didn't say they were legit. They're getting there. It's going to be a couple of years. I don't think they're ever going to win a national championship, like Bobbit seems to think, but they're going to be competitive. Fuck, I don't even think Wisconsin's ever going to win a national championship. They don't get the fucking players like a fucking Alabama or a Clemson or a fucking Ohio State or a fucking Notre Dame or fucking Washington or Oregon. It's just not in the cards. They can't compete with that because Wisconsin, you actually have the rule is, and I can't remember what the rule is to get into school to play football. The standard is, I think, 2.0. You have to have a 2.0 or a 2.3, and you have to score on your SATs. Well, just because you score that to get into Wisconsin, don't mean you're going to Wisconsin. If you can't cut it on their standards, they ain't going to bring you in. That's just the way they are. And Wisconsin will never be able to complete because they understand here at the University of Wisconsin, like they should understand everywhere else, and I'm not saying that they don't, is that education comes first. It's not football, then education. It's education, then football, which is the way it should be, in my opinion. I would rather have a kid have an education than be the best football player in the world. Now, if he can do both, that's great. That's a bonus.
That's like amazing talent. That's incredible. That's Luke Kuechly talent there. You can be a best player in the world, and you can be highly intelligent.
You look at the quarterback for Ohio State the year that they beat Miami in the national championship. The kid was going to school for kinesiology. He had a 4.0 grade point average and was playing college football at the highest level.
I went to some college. I didn't pass. I was 2 classes short, but I went there for a while. It was fun, and then I moved. We'll put it that way. But hey, are you guys ready to talk some NFL picks?
Yes, please. I want to move on from this discussion.
Then it's time, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. You guys want to get your picks in? Now is the time. It is time to go. I keep saying time. I love time. It's a great herb. All right. I did have the schedule up here, and then I went to the playoff schedule. So the first game we'll talk about is the Thursday game, which is the Green Bay Packers going against my Seattle Seahawks. JP, I'll let you start with this game.
God, I don't want to pick this game. This is a tough one. It's in Seattle, right?
Yeah, this one's in Seattle.
Again, Green Bay struggles in Seattle, but their defense is starting to show me something. Seattle can move the ball, but their defense is very suspect. I'm gonna go with Green Bay, and it's gonna be like Brian. It's gonna be like 28-24, or 24-20, something like that. It's gonna be one of those games where I'm gonna be probably throwing shit like I did at the end of fucking SmackDown tonight.
Oh man. Well, hey, do you want me on the live stream for that? So we watch the game together.
We could. I probably won't be live stream, but if you want to jump on Skype and watch the game, that's cool.
That's what I used to do with a couple of buddies way back on Periscope. We would just watch games together. It was fun.
You just let me know, man. If you want to watch, oh shit, yeah. If you want to, fuck, I can't. I got to do Wrestling Memories.
Oh yeah, no worries.
No, I mean I can do it after Wrestling Memories.
Well, absolutely, and then later on that evening, I got to do the Sideline Study minicast. So yeah, well, if anybody wants to get around for that, more than welcome.
Let me know, man.
Absolutely,
I'll watch it. It'll be. I just won't be able to watch it right away.
No worries. Goonie, who are you going with?
I'm going with the Packers.
Going with the Packers. Okay. Bobbit, who are you going with?
I'm going with my Packers, man.
He's going with his Packers, the new Packer fan, going with the Pack. I'm should I go with the panel or should I just go with my dumbass gut?
You man, this is a toss-up game for me.
This is in Seattle, so the home field is going to be incredible. But Green Bay has always gotten that edge over Seattle, so you know what? I'm going to go with Green Bay in this one. I'm going to go with Green Bay. I'm going to go with my football mind here, and because I don't want to lose against the panel.
Let me say something real quick, and then we'll move on. Hey, Trek, go ahead, try to hit me with the fucking cookie sheet. You seen what happened to Drew when he hit me with a cookie sheet?
Oh, no. Why a cookie sheet?
Motherfucker.
Live on stream, no less.
Oh my god.
He hit me with the cookie sheet like 10 fucking times, and I no-sold it every fucking time.
Oh. He was trying to get you to sell it, and you just took it like a champ.
No, he wasn't hitting me hard, and I'm like, fucking hit me with the goddamn thing. And then he finally fucking did. And
then you put the lawsuit on him, right?
Well, I told him to do it.
Oh man. All right, so everybody's going with the Packers here. Or the chat, I saw most of them going with the Packers. Anybody going with the Seahawks?
Dan
Rex. I don't know why Dan Rex must hate the Packers. I don't know what the Packers ever did to him.
All right.
I don't know what they did. They beat him in Super Bowl fucking 1. That's what fucking happened. Fucking pussy.
Well, I see the rest of the chat room going with the Packers. The only one is Dan Rex, so he is the lone wolf for this panel tonight. We'll move on to the next game. We'll get into the Sunday afternoon games. Hey, we'll go to Goonie with this one. It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Ravens in Baltimore.
I love my Ravens. They've not been performing. But I'm still going to go with them because the Bengals have not really shown very well either. So I'm still going to go with my Ravens, but they better start performing or I'm going to be one pissed off pregnant lady.
Yeah, come on, you're hurting. That's come on, Baltimore, you can't do that.
If the Ravens lose,
it's already stressful enough just watching them.
I'm marking this now. Mark my words. Mark it. If the Ravens lose, Heather will go into labor.
Oh my god! If that actually fucking happens.
Oh god,
that's my prediction for Sunday.
Oh my god, JP would be a fucking like wizard. I don't know how that could, if he predicts that. Oh my god, I don't think anybody.
I'm happy about it 'cause it's finally over with.
Right? It's getting to be that point of the pregnancy. It's like a couple of weeks away. So it's getting to that point where she's ready to just end it. In fact, we have an appointment on Thursday. I guarantee it. She's going to go in there and they're going to say, well, I think you're good enough. Okay, so can we
Go today?
Go today? Can we go next week? You know, whatever. So,
By the way, I'm very happy for you guys.
well, thank you. I'm going to go with the Ravens. I thought that the Bengals were going to be one of those teams. At the beginning of the year, they started off really good. They've had their moments, but I think they're done. I think they're – and I don't think it's Marvin Lewis's fault. I think it's the players. They're just – I'm going with the Ravens.
Bobbit, who are you going with?
I am going with the Ravens.
Going with the Ravens? Okay. You know what? This is where I'm going to go against the panel, and I'm going to go with the Bengals. Just because I feel that the offense can still keep the Bengals in this game against the Baltimore defense, even though that defense is known to be good, and it's a divisional rival game. But I just feel there might be still a glimpse of hope with that offense for Cincinnati. We've seen it this year. Yeah. So I just think that they might be able to put up enough points against the Baltimore Ravens. So that's who I'm going with is the Bengals. And what's the rest of the chat room going with?
We are mostly Ravens, but there are a couple of Bengal fans out there.
Yep.
All right. There's a couple of people going with the Bengals. All right. Well, then we'll I see Cody going with Bengals. Not sure who else went with the Bengals, but everybody else seems to be going with the Ravens. All right. Well,
with the Bengals.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, then we'll move on to the next game, which is the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Bobbit, I'll let you start with this game.
Where's it going to be at?
This one is going to be in Atlanta, I think. Yeah, this one's in Atlanta.
I'm going to go with Falcons.
Going to go with the Falcons just because home field advantage?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, they both play in stadiums, but
I want to say this real fast. I don't know why, but NFC South, home they're good. Away they fucking suck. That goes for all teams. I don't know why that is, but it is.
JP's been saying it all year. They're dome teams, right?
Yes. Well, the Saints are. The Falcons can play on the road just as long as it's warm weather.
And then the who's the other team that plays in the dome?
The Saints.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, I think the Falcons, they have that new Mercedes-Benz dome now, right? So
no, that's New Orleans. Can't remember the name of the dome.
And have you noticed that the top of the new Mercedes-Benz thing that the Falcons play in, it looks like a prolapsed anus?
I have no idea what he's fucking talking about.
The new stadium they're playing.
Oh. I'm gonna go.
Next week's intro.
It's in Atlanta.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Not because I hate Dallas. I think Dallas just. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to stick with Atlanta barely, though.
This is another toss-up. This is another toss-up game. It could go either way with the
barely, because Dallas will still get their yards as long as they go to running the ball. Yeah.
Which is the way I'm going to go with is I'm going to go with the Cowboys in this one, because the fact the running game is back with Ezekiel Elliott. And I don't think that the Falcons are doing a good job right now. I think they're a little bit of a mess. I just don't think that they're going to win. I think they're going to be all over the place in this game. I don't know what's going on with Atlanta. I don't trust them. I think Dallas is starting to get back on track, especially if you keep handing the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott. You run down the Atlanta Falcons offense from being on the field. I think the Cowboys can take this game. Goonie, did you make your pick?
I'm going with the Falcons because, again, this is one of those toss-up games where it could go either way with either team. But I think, even though they have had their hiccups, I think the Falcons are a little bit more stable than the Cowboys right now.
It's a good assumption. And was the rest of the chat room say?
They're pretty much all for the Falcons except for JBRadio, who is with you on the Cowboys.
All right. Well, I'm against the panel this week a couple of times. Wait a minute. Holy shit. I totally forgot. Okay, so Goonie took the time this weekend to actually put a fucking chart together for all of us now. I totally forgot to even mention that. So, Goonie, thank you so much for taking the time of putting that together for all of us. Now we can actually keep track of how we're doing each week, right? So,
yep, I even took the liberty to add in Week 10 scores.
And I forgot who did well this week, by the way.
On the panel, I won.
Nice. How'd you do?
What? 9 out of 5. Got 9 out of 5.
Shut the front fucking door.
You and JP tied at 8 and 6, and Bobbit, you had 7 and 7.
That was another tough week, I think.
You're still ahead of me by 1, I think.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so if you're not updated, the total standings are. Who did well in the chat?
The winner of the chat was actually Cody with 10 and 4.
How in the fuck
Holy shit! Well done, Cody.
How in the fuck did that happen?
That's awesome. Well done, Cody. 11 and 4. Well done. But there was a few people I got to give a shout out to. I think out of the chat, Alpha is leading the entire everybody right now.
He is right now, yes.
And followed by me, who is actually leading the panel, followed by JP by 1 game. So he's closely behind, but come on, the Canadian knows his American football, ladies and gentlemen.
Where am I overall?
You're right behind me, I think, Bobbit.
Overall, hold on. Actually, I can just open up the chart.
Really? Do we have to?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
I think Bobbit was a couple of games behind. I think he's at 85 or something.
He's right there.
Yeah. So I think he was only a couple of games off. We're all pretty close. So I think we're like 3 or 4 games away from each other. But Alpha, I think, was in the lead by like 3 or 4 games from everybody else on the panel.
What the hell? Why is it not loading?
So it's Bob, you're not too far behind, but we got to get back to our picks now so we can.
Bobbit's Bobbit and Heather both 4 games behind us.
Oh, okay. There you go.
89.5 out of 50. Well, actually, he has a little bit more. Yeah, he's 89.5 out of 58.5, where I'm 85.5 out of 58.5.
No, you're 89 just like he is.
Okay.
It's 89. Both of them are 89. You're 94 and I'm 93. And that's not age, people.
All right.
Relax there. Relax there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, this is funny, sweet. Okay, we'll get back to our games here. So, Bob and Heather are not too far behind. They're only 4 games behind us right now.
Right.
So you guys are doing fine, Bobbit. Bobbit, you're doing awesome. And same with everybody else in the chat. You guys are all doing great. Thank you so much for even just participating in these. This is awesome. So the next game we've got on the slate is, if everybody else made their picks, the only one that was me and JBRadio for the Cowboys. Okay, another garbage game here. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the New York Giants.
The toilet wins.
Yeah.
What's the game? What's the game? It's Tampa Bay versus the Giants. Yeah. The toilet wins.
Oh God, this is such a terrible game to call.
I'm going with the Giants. I'm going with the Giants.
Yeah,
They actually looked okay yesterday. They looked okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Giants. Bobbit.
Giants. Fuck it.
And Heather?
I'm going Giants.
Nobody's giving Fitzmagic a chance. No.
Not really. No.
Look with the Fitzmagic bullshit.
Is it 3? They scored 3 points.
Guy is garbage.
And I like how he's been trying to dress as one of the best dressers this year when it comes to post games and that. He's always looking like he's in a jogging suit and kind of like he looks like Conor McGregor's twin.
Well, yes, Brian, I understand that, but they're playing another 2-win team, so that's why I'm picking the Giants. And San Francisco looked decent against that Mullins kid's going to be good.
Yes, I really agree with that. That Mullen kid is money. We'll put that way. Jimmy Garoppolo is worth a lot of money, but that kid is worth money right now.
Yeah.
What is the chat room saying? Ace is going with the Bucks. Trek is going with the Bucks for some reason. Ronnie's going with the Bucks. TSS is going with the Bucks. Rick is going with the Bucks. Brian's going with the Bucks. Wow, the chat is really going with the Bucks in this one.
I don't understand that.
Huh.
I mean, it's fine. You pick who you want. I'm not judging. I'm just trying to figure out. Okay.
Definitely the game if the panel will prove it. If the panel will prove the chat wrong, we'll put it that way. But no, that's going to be definitely a tiebreaker for all of us for when it comes to the picks.
Yes.
The next game we have is the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and this one's in Jacksonville. Who wants to start with this one?
I went with the Steelers. They're back on form.
Yep. Roger that, Big Dodger.
Going with the Steelers. Bobbit, who are you going with?
Steelers.
Gonna go with the Steelers. Reminder: James Conner is still going through concussion protocol right now, but he should be available for the game.
Who are they playing?
They are playing the Jaguars.
They could put me out there, and I could probably put up yards against the Jaguars right now.
I called it. The credit goes to the offensive line.
I don't know, man. I don't know what happened to the Jaguars. I don't know
Spontaneously combusted.
I mean, they're fighting injuries again. I know, next man up, but still, when you don't have your backups step up and play, you're gonna get fucking shit sandwiches.
Yeah, the depth. You gotta have a solid depth in the back. So.
Yeah.
But I was just mentioning that really the credit for all the running game for the past few years should go to the offensive line of the Pittsburgh Steelers, right?
Right.
Because not many people understand without a solid line, you don't have a good running game. I don't think Le'Veon Bell or James Conner would have put up the numbers without that offensive line doing what they're doing.
Yeah, not at all.
Here I just got breaking news. The Chiefs and Rams has moved from Mexico City to Los Angeles because of the poor field. I'm looking at it on TV right now. So if you're thinking that maybe the Chiefs had a chance, nope, they don't now. They're going to Los Angeles.
Oh, boy.
So I'm just pointing that out to you.
Oh,
if you're still out there, I just need your pick.
I was actually going to get to that game later on because I was.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just seen it because
it just popped up on TV.
Well, yeah, because that is the Monday night game, and Cooper Kupp is now out for the season for the torn ACL. That's a major blow for the Rams offense, in my opinion. He was a big key for them because when you have a passing game, Cooper Kupp was that go-to guy whenever the guys were covered. And he was reliable too. So him going down, that's going to be a huge blow for them.
They have Robert Woods and I think Brandon Cooks will be fine. I think they'll be fine. I ain't too worried about the Chiefs. I ain't too worried about the Rams. They have so many fucking weapons. It's not even fucking funny.
They have whatever the case, more Todd Gurley. That's probably what's going to happen.
And it's in Los Angeles. I'm telling you, they don't lose. They don't lose in LA.
Well, okay, we'll get to that game later on, but we've got a couple other Sunday night games to get to.
You went with the Steelers as well, there, Coop?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers in that game. What did the chat room say? Is everybody going with the Steelers?
Everybody's going Steelers.
All right. Well, then we'll move on to the Texans and Redskins, and this one's in Washington. Bobbit, I'll let you start with this game, bud.
So you said it was in Houston?
It's in
No, this
Washington.
one's in Washington.
Oh. Well, then I'm going Redskins.
Redskins. I got to give the Redskins credit. They're leading the division right now, so they're doing their job. They're
They've
playing.
definitely improved. That is definitely for sure.
Goonie, who are you going with?
I went with the Redskins because they've shown vast improvement from last year.
All
Who are
right.
they playing?
And JP?
Who are they
Texans.
playing? The Texans.
Washington.
Did Washington win this past weekend?
Yes.
Yes, they beat the Buccaneers.
Did they lose to a team they should have beat 2 weeks ago
Oh, yeah. Who was that?
at home? I'm going with the Texans
You going with the Texans? Oh,
because the Texans have found their way. They have weapons now. They lost Fuller and then they gained Demaryius Thomas.
oh, that's right, in the trade. That's right.
And they're able to run the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Redskins are winning the NFC East by default, in my opinion, because there is not a good team. Even the Eagles right now are not a very good team. They lost to the fucking Cowboys. I'm sorry, TSS. Dallas is not very good.
With the addition of Mari Cooper, it helps a little bit with the passing game. But we'll find out how they do down the line. Has everybody made their picks for this game? I'm going to go with the Redskins just because it's a home field crowd, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from Washington lately. They have those up and down games, and I think this might be a game that they're going to win because of home crowd advantage. So I think they're going to use time possession in this game. Jay Gruden's going to do a good job with the offense wise. I think if you put together a nice game plan for the Redskins, they can win this game. That's all. What does the chat room say?
It's a mixed bag.
It's
You
a
got
mixed
some
bag.
Houston, you got some Washington fans out there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's always fun because I always splits the picks. You know that shows who are the superiors and who are the. That's all. Those are always the fun games to pick up. Wow, this is a mixed bag. Oh wow, my poor Eagles are shit. Poor.
It happens. I don't think they're shit. I just think that they're.
Every team has their moments where they're not the greatest.
No, I think.
Look at my Jets. We lost to the Bills.
I think it's more or less it's a hangover from winning the Super Bowl, and they just can't. They're getting their best from those teams. From every, you know how the old mantra goes. You're always going to get the best from the team, especially if you're the world champs. And that's what's happening to the Eagles, and they're getting it handed to them right now, and it's going to happen.
All right. Well, that was an interesting game that split the picks a bit. What about this game? We've got the Tennessee Titans, who surprisingly beat the Patriots. We totally forgot to talk about that game. And they are taking on their divisional rival, the Indianapolis Colts, and this one's in Indianapolis. Does anybody want to talk about that Tennessee victory over Patriots a bit?
Yeah.
It was surprising. However, it wasn't that surprising.
I'm going to say this.
Gronkowski wasn't playing. Do you guys agree that without Gronkowski, they're a completely different team?
Well, of course they are. But I'm going to say this. Even with Gronkowski, I don't know if it would have made that big. I don't think Gronkowski's worth 17 points. I don't think he can get them 17 points back for him. I still think the Titans would have won. You look at that game. 2 weeks in a row, Tom Brady's looked pedestrian.
He's been holding on to the ball.
He's underthrowing receivers. He's overthrowing receivers. He's being rushed. His offensive line is not. And they can't run the ball like they used to. They're missing their best running back. So right now, without a running game and fall back on that running game,
couple plays that that he was trying to go with Josh Gordon. I think Josh Gordon had a couple of misses.
10 is the final. I'm sorry, I was just looking at the thing. So they're 24 points. And I agree with Rick. I don't think that Gronkowski would have made up those 24 points even if he was playing.
To me, it just looked like that Tom Brady was holding on the ball too much, and it didn't look like he trusted throwing to the receivers. That's all. That's why I say that just without Gronkowski on the field, there's a completely distrust when it comes to the other receivers, I guess. That's all.
Yep. But yeah, the Patriots, he looked pedestrian. 2 weeks. I mean, Green Bay had him frustrated for most of that game. And then their safety, the Packers safeties got hurt, and that's when Tom Brady finally figured it out.
The other credit goes to Tennessee for having a very good game.
Their game plan was great, and they did the same thing Green Bay did. They disguised coverages and confused Tom Brady, which, wow, that's all I can say is wow.
This Tennessee team, that Tennessee and Houston have been the two teams that have been pissing me off all year when it comes to the picks, because Tennessee has been that team that from the very beginning I knew was going to be like, oh, their defense is good enough, but they're going to be a pain in the fucking ass. That's all.
I said it at the beginning. Last year they were a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that playoff team? Because they won. They beat the Chiefs last year, didn't they?
Bobbit's yawning. Are you right, Bobbit, over there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Did you watch the game? Did you watch the Patriots game, Bobbit? Oh, okay.
I keep saying the Patriots.
Yeah, he's not Patriots fan.
Well, I know you're not a Patriots fan. I mean, I watched the game. I mean, I laughed the whole fucking time because I'm sitting there looking. Who showed up in number 12 today? Because that honestly didn't look like Tom Brady. And if that was Tom Brady, he needs to reevaluate if he wants to play another year.
Oh, that was me. I was secretly part of the Patriots offense the whole time.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
As far as I know, we all need to start looking out for Tennessee to be a contending team.
I agree. I said it.
They found something.
Yep, like I said, they were a playoff team last year. I expected them to be back in there in the playoffs again this year and probably be better.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't lived up to par, but maybe they figured stuff out. Because they look like a legit contender. Sunday.
They need it. They need everything. They always need to play like that, and that's one thing that's pissed me off. But we'll get back to picks here, so Bobbit won't yawn anymore. So,
but I will say this: it all depends on if Marcus Mariota can figure his shit the fuck out. He's another one of those fucking guys.
Yeah, he's always been. He hasn't been producing too well lately.
No,
it might be the injuries, but he looked like he was him in Sunday's game.
Thank you.
Well, what does the chat room say? Are they going with the Titans or Colts?
You have one person going for the Colts right now in the chat room.
Yes, going for the Colts, and Sarah's not here tonight. She must have got really angry with us when we didn't pick her.
She was actually at SmackDown Live this evening, so she's probably still on her way home.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
I will DM her and get her picks.
All right, sounds good. And then we'll move on to this game. Hey, Bobbit, I'll let you go to this game. This is the Carolina Panthers taking on Trek's Detroit Lions.
Where is it going to be at?
This is in Detroit.
Oh, Bobby, did I choose the Titans-Colts game? I forgot.
Did you?
I think we pretty much all went with the Titans.
Okay. Cool beans. Let's see. I'm going to go with Carolina, but I hope Carolina shows up and not the Jets.
All right. Well, I'll suck it up. I'll be a man this week. Yeah. The Jets did terrible. they'll somehow come back. But Okay, so you're going with the Carolina Panthers, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, well, I just hope I don't live to regret that decision.
I think you'll be fine. I'm going to go with the
I will
Panthers.
say this. If the Lions beat the Panthers, Trek, I'll stop talking shit about your team for the rest of the year.
I'll still never stop talking shit about the
Oh, fuck
Lions.
no.
I don't give a fuck. Speaking of that, I gotta go take a Detroit Lion.
We gotta have JP doing a bet with something here. I bet my fucking career on the line right now. and now Bobbit wants to have a bet against Trek right now. We got things rolling here on the Sideline Study, people. We got bets rolling in. Okay, so you guys, who are you going with? The Lions or the Panthers?
I went with Panthers because I don't trust the Lions.
I'm going with the Panthers. Fuck the Lions.
All right. And what does the rest of the chat room say? I see Panthers. Brian and Trek are the only ones going with the Lions.
No,
yes, is going with the Lions too. I just saw it pop up as well. Cool. All right. So we got a few Lions fans out there that want to go against the Carolina Panthers. We'll find out how that goes. Next game we got on the slate is the Denver Broncos taking on the Los Angeles Chargers, and this one's in Los Angeles as well.
Chargers.
Right. You going with Chargers, Bobbit?
I'm not stupid. Yes.
Goonie?
I'm going with the Chargers.
I'm going to go with the Chargers, too. I'm guessing the rest of the chat room is probably going to agree with us.
I'm expecting just a line of Chargers.
Hey, Dan, if I'm going to tell you this right now, if Trek has to stop picking the Lions, you have to stop picking the Chiefs.
There we go.
Keep your mouth fucking shut. Let him pick who he wants to fucking pick.
Oh, my God.
We can pick up about it after they lose.
What is going on in the chat?
Talking shit.
Oh my God. So everybody else is going Chargers. I saw Rick H is going with the Lions as well. That's also
Yes, he is. Yes, both Brian and Rick H are going with the Lions.
all right.
It's an upset. Everything is an upset with everybody. It's kind of fun.
Oh God. All right. Well, now we have the afternoon games we're getting into, and the Oakland Raiders against the Arizona Cardinals.
Why?
What's the game?
This is in Arizona. It's Oakland against Arizona.
Oh my God!
I don't.
I'm hoping this joke isn't too soon, but the Wildfires will win this game.
Oh man.
Talk about a shit show of all shit shows.
We're all rubbing our faces right now in disgust at this game.
Why is this even a thing?
I will say this about this game. I'm going to say this about the game. I guarantee it. I'm going to be sitting on the shitter through half of this game.
Yeah,
taking a Detroit Lion.
All right. I'm just gonna I'm gonna get out of the way. I'm just gonna go with the Cardinals.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. I don't know why. Just Oakland, I don't think is the better team right now. Cardinals, I think have a little bit of talent. Have a little bit of talent that could just the Fitzgerald's still there, right? So David Johnson's still there. So
in Arizona, I believe.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Arizona in this game. Bobbit, anybody?
I went with Arizona because fucking Raiders are shit.
I'm going with Oakland. Watch.
Wow.
Cardinals. I'm telling you, the Arizona Cardinals. I've said it from the beginning. They're the worst team in the NFL. Oakland still has some talented people on their team. Arizona has a very young quarterback. I think Oakland's going to get a win. I don't think they're going to go 1-15.
I'm gonna go with JP. I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
A little bit split on this one, I guess, from the panel. The garbage bowl. Oh, fucking ugh.
It's one of those things. That's
it's like this. It feels gross to talk about.
It is. It is. I mean, it's a toss-up game. You could flip a coin. You
know what this reminds me of?
You want to flip it again because you just don't know if you want to pick that fucking team.
exactly.
This reminds me of like a green vegetable. It's like kale, you know? It's like, it's like, I don't want to eat it, but it's good for you, I guess. I don't know.
Trek, why are you flipping the bird off at people? I don't understand.
What is Trek doing? He's flipping the bird off.
Because I said I got to go take a Detroit Lion? I don't understand. I've been saying that to him for like 2 weeks and shit.
My chat is still loading. The Cardinals picks. Oh, there's the first flip that just popped up. Oh no, that's Brian for some reason looking up for some reason.
Oh, it could be. It could be.
No.
Oh, he says, can we pick a tie?
Yeah.
That's why he wanted me to look up. All right, I'm going to go with the Cardinals. Who cares about this game? God. All right, well, here's the better game of the afternoon games. The Philadelphia Eagles are taking on the New Orleans Saints, and this one is in New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yep.
Of the other two games, this is the better game, but I'm going to go with New Orleans as well. Bobbit?
New Orleans.
New Orleans. All right, and the rest of the I see all these LOLs just popping up. Oh, man. Saints. Okay, they're all popping up for me now. Okay, moving on to the next game. The evening game is the Minnesota Vikings against the Chicago Bears.
Vikings.
You going with the Vikings?
Yeah.
Really? Heather, who are you going with?
I went with the Bears.
I need the Vikings to win.
For your division, yes.
Yes. I just think the Vikings are the better team. Bears.
Will we admit that the Bears are a complete team yet?
No.
No? You don't?
I will not say that. I'm still not sold on Trubisky.
Okay. That's the only thing that's holding you back is just Trubisky.
No.
No, you don't. Whether like you
I just don't trust their offense at all. I don't.
Oh, okay. I mean, like they have those two running backs. They have Howard and Cohen and whoever.
Yeah, but you can't just run the ball all the time. You got to be able to throw it, and you can't just think and dunk throw. I don't know if I explained this, but last week I actually came back from Chicago and I was listening to these guys talk, and these are Chicago Bears, analyzers. They were saying that the Bears suck. How in the fuck are they 6-3?
Wow, that's
or how in the fuck are they 5 well, they didn't say how in the fuck because they're on radio, but how in the fuck are they 5-3 right now? It's because of their defense. It has nothing to fucking do with their offense. Nothing. And that's coming from Bears fans or Bears guys. It's not coming from me. That did not come out of my mouth. I mean, I agree with them, but that's not coming out of my mouth. That's coming out of their mouth. I just happen to agree with what they say.
Yeah, that's pretty bad if Bears fans are saying that their team sucks and they're 6-3.
And their
high expectations. That's ridiculous.
Their kicker sucks. The kicker again.
Oh yeah, the kicker.
Kicker's issues. It's they got it. They still have stuff to fix. But they give them a few years if they can figure out Trubisky and what they do with them. Got to throw it downfield though. You can't just think and dunk the whole time.
Right.
Bobbit, who are you going with?
I'm going to go with Vikings because I want the Packers to win NFC North.
He's just going with the. He's just the true Packers fan now.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna go with the Vikings as well because I don't want to lose my career. So fuck you. Fuck you, Chicago, right now. What was everybody? I got Trek going with the Vikings. I see Rick going with Vikings. I see a lot of people going with the Bears in the chat with this one.
So I want you. I don't know if you're reading what Rick put here. This is what the Bears offense scored 0 points against the Redskins and 10 points against the Cardinals. That's the Bears offense.
He corrected himself there.
The 0 point, yeah, I understand that. 0 points against the Rams and 6 points against the Redskins.
Yeah, the Rams are very different from the Cardinals. That's a big gap right there.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Did they play the Cardinals? Because if they did and they only scored 10 points, that tells you what kind of fucking offense they have.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they do have, I think, some talent. I still think that they need to still build more around Trubisky. Does that make? I mean, like he doesn't seem like a throwing quarterback to me. He's more of like a outside the pocket passer kind of thing, like a chuck down kind of guy. So that's just what I've seen from Trubisky. I have seen some long bombs from him from time to time. But I guess we'll move on from that game. What we got left here is the Monday night game that you talked about earlier that just got moved, right? What was the news on that?
It's just being moved from Mexico City. It was supposed to be in Mexico City, and it is being moved to Los Angeles. So Los Angeles Rams essentially, and probably are, I think they're the home team anyway, they are the home team. Rams are not losing this game. If it was on a neutral site, I might pick the Chiefs, but I still think the Rams are the best team in football. I'm going with the Rams. And I like the Chiefs. I like Patrick Mahomes, but going up against this defense and Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh and fucking Dexter Fowler Jr., good luck. Good luck.
This is definitely the most highly anticipated game for all the games.
I don't think it's going to live up to its hype, though.
I don't think so either. It's going to be a low score.
I don't think it's going to be close.
That's going to be a disappointment. I really look forward to this game, and hopefully it's a good one.
I just think the Rams are that good.
Bobbit, who are you going with?
I'm not stupid enough to go Chiefs. I'm going Rams, man. Rams are good, and the Rams at home even more deadlier.
The Rams are, and they're still fucking angry about losing to fucking New Orleans.
Yep.
So you could see it in last week's game.
If Goonie, who are you going with?
I went with the Rams.
Going with the Rams? Well, here's what I got to say. If the Seahawks can put up at least 30 points against the Rams defense, how come the Kansas City Chiefs can't do it?
It's quarterback issues. Look, I like Patrick Mahomes. I really do. He is young. Mm-hmm. They are going to confuse the shit out of him. It's just his first year starting. Mm-hmm. Or didn't he start like the second half of the season? I don't know.
This is a first year he came out.
Okay, so he's essentially a rookie out there. And he's going up against one of the best front sevens in football, if not the best front seven in football. They're going to blitz the ever-loving fucking shit out of him. And I think they're just going to confuse him enough to where – and I think they're getting Aqib Talib back this week too, which helps them immensely. So good luck trying to throw against the fucking Chiefs, or the Rams, I mean.
I think the main thing to look at is going to be the Kansas City defense. If they're going to be able to hold off.
See, that's the thing. That's another thing, man. Mm-hmm. That Chiefs defense, they're winning games, but they're not because of their fucking defense. I mean, you gotta you want to have the most complete team, to be honest with you, in the AFC is the Los Angeles Chargers. They are the most complete team, and they're 7-2, I think. They're right behind the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's sitting here on this high horse about the fucking Chiefs. They haven't played the fucking I don't think they have. I don't think they've played the Chargers yet this year. So we'll see. And like Rick just said, 31st ranked defense in the NFL the Chiefs have. Yep. They give up big plays all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
No, I think that's going to be a main thing in this game is that defense. If the Kansas City offense can score at least 30 points, but if the Rams offense can score 40 points against the Kansas City defense,
I'm going to put this to you. Remember, it's 2011. Green Bay went 15-1. They had the best offense in the NFL and had the worst defense in the NFL. Did they make it to the Super Bowl? No. And ever
did they go to the championship game though?
Huh?
Did they go to the championship game?
They got beat by the Giants in the divisional playoff game.
Oh, okay. All right.
They won the Super Bowl the year before that.
Okay, I just remember a long time ago I was in a bar and I was watching a playoff game. I was just wondering if that was the year, that's all.
No, they made it to the NFC Championship the following year against Seahawks and lost in that. I don't even want to fucking talk about that. That fucking game. Holy fuck. I was so...
the Green Bay Packers and Seahawks go have a couple of memories when it comes to games.
Yes. So. Okay, so the Chiefs beat the Chargers by 6 points in opening day in Kansas City. So, but that's in Kansas City. It's same with the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams to me, and I'll shut up here in a second. I'd rather see them two teams play on a neutral site because then you really find out who is the better team. Are the Chiefs better than the Chargers? I don't know. The Chiefs should win at home. So, and Rick's saying Chargers have only lost to the Chiefs and the Rams this year. So,
yeah, well, the Chargers are definitely one of those teams that are in the mix. So, and they're healthy too. That's super important for the Chargers. Yep. Super important. Yep. And hopefully their kicking issue is solved.
Yep.
So those are the two things with the Chargers that just held them back. That's all.
Yep.
But Bobbit, have you made your pick for this game?
Yeah.
All right, you picked the Rams. I picked the Rams. Has everybody made the picks on the panel?
I made all my picks.
Yep. Okay, and then the chat. What did the chat go with?
It was a mixed bag. A lot of people went with the Rams, though, I think.
Mostly everybody went with the Rams. It was just JBRadio who went with KC.
And Dan picked KC because I gave him shit about, or picked the Rams because I fucking gave him shit about giving shit to track. If you want to pick,
things have been heating up on the sideline study, ladies and gentlemen, and that's it. We've made all our picks for this week. I wish everybody the best of luck with your picks this week. Do you guys have anything else you guys want to add?
No. All I can. Oh God. No, not at this time. I mean, good luck to everybody. It was a great discussion. I know I talk a lot, but that's just deal with it.
Oh no. Okay. So anybody, your Streamlabs is not in the description. What the fuck? Okay.
Tell him to shut the fuck up.
Drew, I'm doing the camera is what I'm focusing on, not the donations. The reason why I like doing Google Hangout is because the camera switches back and forth between the view, and then I can save the replay and then put it on Periscope. It's just I just like the camera thing. That's all. So, right, Bobbit?
Yeah.
See, it just switched to him while he was doing something with his nose. It's great. We get shots like that. All right. Well, Bobbit, do you have anything else you want to add for football this week?
No. Good luck, everybody, and go Packers and fuck the Lions.
All right. And,
I agree with everything Rick is saying. I think the Chargers are going to be that team that's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. I agree.
well, I think this has been a very fun time for everybody here on the Sideline Study. Goonie, any last words?
I agree again.
Nope, I'm all set here. I'm just DMing the other people that were not here tonight to get their picks.
Oh, thank you so much, Goonie. She's like the most organized person of all of us here.
and again, Rick, I agree with you on the Super Bowl pick. Rams versus Chargers.
Rams versus Chargers. That'd be a nice Super Bowl to see. I like that right now.
Didn't I call that at the beginning of the year? I don't think I did. I think I had Rams and fucking
Rams and Jags is what I picked.
Yeah, I had Rams and Jaguars at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, Jaguars are not looking good right now. But
Nope.
hey, so that's it, everybody, for the Sideline Study. If you guys missed your picks, make sure you send us to anybody here. We'll get them. Hey, and make sure you check us out live on the Periscope app now, where you can actually, if you guys missed the show, catch the replay on Periscope. We're doing a network thing on JB Sports Radio. And so I want to thank all of you who've been in the chat, from everybody here, from Ronnie, Rick, Trek, Cody, David Wells, JBRadio, even Drailed that popped in last minute. Brian Sheridan, my website designer. Thank you so much, Brian. It's been my longtime fan. TSS, Dana Wyland, Ace has been here. TSS, anybody else I missed? I'm really sorry if I missed anybody else. What, did I miss anybody else?
Rick H.
Rick H, I think.
Rick H. Oh, my apologies, Rick H. I thought I got you there. My bad. Alpha's there. See, just pop your name in if I missed your name. Alpha's there. He's leading the league right now with the picks. So good job, everybody, and best of luck.
Ronnie, I actually was doing the keeping track of the fucking picks before Heather even did it. Don't give her that much fucking credit. I end up sleeping on the fucking couch tonight.
Hey, you know what? I thank each and every one of you, and you, Bobbit, too, and everybody, because you guys all make this show so fun for each and every one of us. My only goal is to just try and talk football with each and every one of you each week, because we all have the same mind. We all love the game. So thank you so much, everybody, for being part of the Sideline Study this week, and we'll see you next week. Everybody have a great night.
See you guys later.